Oh, say does that start?
The start of a fresh season, but we know the focus for both of these teams is to come out strong today.
Yeah, for the first handful of games, you just want to play hard and build some chemistry. Get more comfortable with your teammates while also learning their tendencies and preferences.
And now the opening lineup for Chicago. They've got Tyrese Maxey. Nikola Jokic is out there with Johnson. Then it's Franz Wagner, and it's Mitchell in at the shooting guard.
With good length and strong physical tools, Mitchell will challenge any opponent on the inside.
Avdia from outside. Nails it from beyond the arc.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
And you think about Jokic's point center game. He's a pioneer, Grant, a one-of-a-kind.
Oh, one-of-a-kind indeed. And historically, very few centers have led their team in assists, and none with the regularity of Jokic. So he's an outlier, but is he a trendsetter? Only time will tell.
Now here's Avdia. They kick it out to Murray. Off target with the three. And so it's Jokic who brings up the ball for Chicago. Last time they met was in Minneapolis, where they beat the Timberwolves.
Well, in this last matchup, they captured the win in large part because their backups provided a lot of the scoring punch.
And they came away with the win last time in large part due to their depth. Great game from their bench.
Yes, it's good.
Yeah, Murray is a very good outside shooter. But I think he's at his best when he gets into the paint.
Back to Wagner. Chicago passing it around. From deep, Johnson. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Well, he's such a natural talent. Has all the skill needed to produce at a high level.
Outside Murray. From deep, Sarr. And that's not going to go. Tie game in Minnesota. Quarter number 2 coming up. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen from the Timberwolves?
Well, things have gone the way they wanted here in the first period.
Yeah, that was a sharp start, but we've got a long way to go. They're going to have to sustain that intensity.
On the court for Chicago, we've got Julius Randle, Maxey out there with Devin Booker. Then it's Pascal Siakam, and it's Buzelis in at the three.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
I'll tell you what, their execution just continues to impress.
When it comes to Randle, he's had doubters over the years, Stan, but his talent's undeniable.
Yeah, B.A., look, there's no questioning Randle's ability to score and rebound down low. And his post-passing gets overlooked sometimes, too.
There's nothing you can do if you're the defense. Booker is so solid at muscling shots in through contact.
Pass to White. And there's a pick. Here's McCollum. 6 on the shot clock. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. White can't hit.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Count it. Good.
A long swing player. Siakam uses that 6'9" length down low.
And Chris Finch wants a timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. And a new group getting ready for the Timberwolves. Sarr's checked in for Grant. Antetokounmpo comes in for Brandon Ingram. Deni Avdia's checked in for White. And Jamal Murray is subbed in for C.J. McCollum. And a new group getting ready for Chicago. Jokic is checked in for Pascal Siakam. Johnson comes in for Randle. Franz Wagner checked in for Buzelis. And Donovan Mitchell subbed in for Booker.
Well, listen, Deni Avdia is a key piece of this offense. He's got size at 6'9". He can shoot it, has really good passing numbers, and the best part, he's still improving.
Kicks it out to Wagner. The three from Mitchell. Unable to get that one. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. It's the Bulls. They lead by 2. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
Hello and welcome.
I think for the Timberwolves, like most teams right now, they're optimistic. We'll see how they handle the first couple of games.
Yeah, And let's take a look back at the first half. The Bulls are in a close one.
Their offense is running like a machine there.
That's it for us.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one, as both teams trying to gain an edge. One of the stories here, Deni Avdija, getting it done today.
There's virtually nothing you can do to stop him. I mean, you can't even contain him. He's been that great.
Yeah, he makes defenses look utterly helpless. It's like pick your poison trying to contain him.
We've got Avdija. Giannis Antetokounmpo is out there with Sarr. Then it's Murray, and it's Reeves in at the shooting guard position. And that's the group for Chris Finch as we begin the second half. And we're joined now by Shams Charania. He's calling in with a story. Good to have you, Shams. What's going on?
Well, there was a bit of uncertainty over the summer about whether the Bulls would stick with Billy Donovan or not. He also received some interest from the Knicks, but that was cleared up when the organization chose to extend him on a multi-year deal. It cements his role with the team as they continue to build. Guys, the Bulls have committed to Billy Donovan for the long haul.
He knows his stuff. Shams, thank you. Now here's Maxey. They lead by 6. That's their biggest margin. And they pick up 2.
And force-feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
Gets stolen by Johnson. Fast break. Here we go. Ahead. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Yeah, plenty of power behind that move from Johnson.
And so it's Minnesota with it. Looking ahead to their next game, playing at Dallas. They'll match up against the Mavericks. And that'll be their only game on the road before heading back home. Now here's Murray. Shot to stop the run. And the play by Sarr as he finishes it off for 2. Sarr's got his first 2 points of the night.
Nice read. Sets his teammate up. You like how they're sharing the ball.
Shot clock and game clock. 1 second differential. And here's Jokic. With the teardrop. Ooh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. That one on Sarr. Chicago shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight. And Jokic drops them both.
We expect nothing less. He's generally been very good at the line.
And so it's the Chicago Bulls ending the quarter up 10. What has them in front right now, by and large, they're... And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist to the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
Yeah, that's high-level playmaking. He makes it look easy, but it's not.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. On the court for Chicago, Johnson is out there with Nikola Jokic. Then there's Tyrese Maxey. Then there's Mitchell. And it's Wagner in at the 3. Outside Maxey. Nifty move. Oh, the stuff.
Such an explosive athlete. Maxey saw his chance and took it right to the rim.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. He wants their game plan to be crystal clear at this point. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Chris Finch said to the team. First and foremost, he wants to see more points on the break. He asked his team, where's the urgency? We know what we can do in transition. Now let's go out and do it. We'll see if they can pick up the tempo, guys.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. Outside Reeves. Antetokounmpo against Johnson. Oh, what a move! In close. Antetokounmpo delivers.
Giannis seems almost automatic from that close. You have to deny the entry or he'll burn you.
Now Jokic. Oh, he finished it off. A beauty of a pass.
Nothing left to do but to watch the clock tick towards 0. Nice victory here for the...
Oh, Giannis picking it out of the sky.
Well, Giannis knew that pass was coming his way, so he's able to get elevated right on time.
Jokic the screen. Puts up the tray. Rebounded by Sarr. Murray deciding where to go with it. From 15 feet away, Jokic pulls it down.
Well, he's more than comfortable in the mid-range, but you can't make them all.
Now Mitchell. Outside Maxey from downtown. Oh, it's off target.
Honestly, they're just down by too much to mount a comeback.
Well, you want your players to keep playing hard, but let's be honest. This game's over.
Out of bounds. It'll be Bulls ball. So Chicago takes the win. It ends up being a fairly easy road win.
Those are...
Thanks, Alec. Great.
All right, everyone, the NBA season starts today. We have made it. It is a holiday for everybody.
Oh, man, the offseason felt like forever. It's great to be back. Nothing like some games that count.
So with Thompson sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. Victor Wembanyama is out there with Towns. Then there's Irving. Then there's Edwards. And it's Leonard in at the small forward position.
And I'll tell you, offense comes really easy to Big Cat.
And joining us now by phone is insider Shams Charania with some news. Shams, give it to us.
Well, excitement building in Ontario ahead of this coming May when the WNBA makes its long-awaited launch north of the border. The Toronto Tempo will become Canada's first ever WNBA franchise. And with that league finding a rhythm, this debut feels right on time.
It is a beautiful thing. And Shams, we appreciate the report.
Yeah, that shot almost feels like a layup for Steph at this point in his career.
Outside Edwards. The kick out to Towns. That's in, coming off the assist from Edwards. Towns has got 5 now.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
There's 39 seconds left to play in the first quarter. 6 on the shot clock. Curry's shot is good. He has 5.
Well, Curry gets the contact, and then he makes the adjustment to convert.
Outside Leonard. Here is Edwards. There's the 3. And the Warriors, another 3.
Well, that's a tough matchup because he's skilled and relentless.
Now Curry. The game against Oklahoma City, very impressive. Great D that time from Irving. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Warriors. And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. What do you guys think about the Warriors here so far?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
I love how they're playing. When you combine great effort and great execution, it leads to great results.
So with Leonard on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. Irving is out there with Thompson. Then it's Jaren Jackson. Then it's Lauri Markkanen. And it's Holmgren in at the 4. Now here's Butler. Misses the 3. We've got 1:28 left in the first half. You know, Jim, they say you can't measure heart, but Jimmy Butler, he plays with a lot of heart. He is non-stop.
Well, you could talk about his skill level and IQ, but Kevin, what you love about Butler is his competitive will, and he saves his best for the postseason.
Now here's Butler. Lauri Markkanen unable to get his last shot to go.
That is a strong move by Butler, so tough in there.
And it's Thompson with the ball. He'll bring it up for Golden State. Outside Jackson. Pass to Markkanen. And they double up Markkanen. Holmgren sets the screen for Irving. The shot misses.
The defense really didn't do enough to alter that shot. It's simply a miss.
Here's Barnes. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
Yeah, Barnes being very aggressive right now, keeping up the pressure on that defense.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Irving kicks to Markkanen. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Raptors have gone 2 or 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Nobody near Barnes. And he's good on the 3 ball. Barnes has got the lead up to 4 now for the Raptors. Irving from long range. And again, no good by Golden State. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Thank you, Allie, for that. And folks, we'll be back with you after this short halftime break. So don't go away.
Talk about putting yourself in a position to succeed. They've executed, and they're taking good shots.
Playing just the... All right, fellas. Let's now take a... Thanks for spending halftime.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. They've got Curry. Barnes out there with Durant. And it's Rudy Gobert. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. Wembanyama finds Irving. Driving the lane. The kick out to Towns. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Toronto leading by 4. And a 4-time Defensive Player of the Year. Rudy Gobert is improving his perimeter defense as well, Greg. It's helped his overall game.
Yeah, teams have looked to pull him outside and test his lateral quickness. But I tell you, he holds up better than you think, and we know his presence at the rim.
Outside, Towns. Back to Irving. And the 3 off target.
Yeah, and you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Takes the 3. It's rebounded by Golden State. It's off to Utah after this game where they'll face the Jazz. And that's the final game of this 5-game road run for the team. Good on that shot, and with that, the Toronto lead is cut down to just 3 on the basket from Edwards. Durant, the pass to Gobert. Outside for Durant. Barnes, screen on Leonard. Barnes outside. That 3 off the mark. Warriors trail by 3. Here's Towns. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. That's 7 points for Karl Anthony Towns.
And you see Big Cat that has the size and coordination. Hard to bump him out of his rhythm.
The Raptors shooting their first free throws of the game. The first free throw is good.
At the line for 2.
Stephen Curry hits them both.
Getting it done at the line as he usually does. And that could be huge in a tight game like this one.
And Edwards puts up a deep three. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Raptors lead by 3. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Yeah, so impressive for a big guy to make a find like a guard.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. So with Thompson sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. They've got Wembanyama. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Towns. Then it's Kyrie Irving, and it's Edwards in a 2-guard. The long shot, no good. Warriors trail by 5. Now Edwards. Takes the 3. Wembanyama misses the 3.
You know, the ill-advised threes isn't how you want to close the gap. You've got to have better shot selection.
And the rejection by Wembanyama. Left side, Edwards throws it down. What an assist!
Wembanyama is a specimen going at the rim there with a purpose.
Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Over that last break, guys, I got a chance to hear what Darko Rajakovic said to the team. He tried to loosen the tension a little, asking his guys, are we having fun? I know I am. Just relax out there and follow the game plan. We've got this.
All right, Allie, thank you so much for that.
Everybody in the building knew Curry was the guy on that trip, and he still delivered. You're talking about one of the most clutch players we have ever seen.
Here's Edwards. Beyond the arc. And it's off. And it's Barnes with the ball for the Raptors. It's a 5-point game. Durant against Leonard. Barnes outside. Now Gobert. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the content. It's going to be on Victor Wembanyama.
And the length of Gobert can be so difficult to deal with. And that's why you have to be physical with him on defense. And he is built to be the man for this team. Edwards answering the bell and executing.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
He drops the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
And if you get a chance to build your lead at the free throw line, you've got to take it.
Timeout called the Warriors. They're trailing by 7. Is what's your take?
And a little late to implement a plan B. This game is a wrap.
Well, you're going to have to play this out. Take pride in every possession because they are critical at this point.
And an intentional foul right there. He hits the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. And so he drops them both. It's a 7-point game.
And I think they realize any hope of a comeback is gone.
Yeah, I think it's time to wave the white flag.
And so it's Toronto winning this one. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah, but
Great job. Thanks for that.
Up next, the Celtics take. And these teams have been prepping for the season tip-off game for months, Grant.
Oh, and for the players, the main feeling on opening night is relief. You know, BA, all that hard work during the offseason and preseason is finally over. And now it's time to have some fun.
Looking at the starting five for the Boston Celtics. They've got Jaylen Brown. Luka Doncic is out there with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Then there's Cunningham, and it's Şengün in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now here's Davis. Shoots over Brown. Back to Suggs. Goes back up, and it's in there.
His teammates expect Suggs to hit these shots, and he doesn't disappoint them.
And last season, Grant, the sale of the Celtics franchise for $6.1 billion. It seemed like a lot at the time.
Well, yeah, that was until the Lakers sale hit 11 digits last summer, BA. But in both cases, basketball decision-making doesn't change right away. In the case of the Celtics, the governorship doesn't transfer until 2028.
And so it's the Lakers with it, following the bucket by the Celtics. Here's James. Back to Suggs. Shot clock at 6. The Lakers got to get one up. Late clock. Offensive rebound. Three-pointer sharp. Here's Davis. Well, it was only a matter of time before they finally get the bucket.
Using that length, Davis turning a miss into a make. Bonus points for his team.
Gets the 3 ball to go.
He's a producer. It's part of their plan to get him as many touches as possible.
Steps back. James passes to Suggs. Davis with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. The 3, James. Boston pulls it in. Last time they met in Boston.
Oh, man, they were in total control. Really doing anything they wanted. It was that level of dominance.
And, you know, everything seemed to just kind of...
Well, a good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. It's the Celtics up by 1. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in a moment. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. And for Boston guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Give it up for their D. They're battling, communicating, and coming up with key stops.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
Taking a look at the Celtics. They've got Jalen Williams. Cunningham is out there with James Harden. Then it's Evan Mobley, and it's Adebayo in at the 5, roaming the paint. When you think about the skill of Cade Cunningham, Grant, at his height, what a combination.
You know, BA, whether it's scoring inside or seeing over the defense or just beasting on smaller guards, his 6'6" frame is certainly an advantage.
Here's Davis. Good D by Adebayo.
You won't see that from him very often, missing the bunny like that.
Here's Williams. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
Oh, I love the ferocity on the drive. Williams doesn't lack confidence tearing towards the rim.
Nembhard outside. Outside Porter. There's the triple. Boston pulls it in. 2-for-1 opportunity if they can time it right.
Great way to end the quarter.
Here's Williams. Perfect night so far, 2 for 2.
We talk about Williams' versatility as a scorer. He can get his points from just about any spot on the floor.
Nembhard outside. Davis a screen. The 3. Adebayo with a steal. And here they come. Here's Harden. He can't hit that time. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Boston out in front. They're up by 5. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
Please direct your attention to center court.
If you look at the Celtics, you really get to see what they're made of. After your hard work in the offseason.
Yeah, you have big change.
So let's dig into that first half now. and what was a very solid performance for the Boston Celtics. And that's it for halftime.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. A lot of firepower at the forward, with LeBron at the 3 and Davis at the 4. Sharp out there with Suggs, and it's Duren in at the center, filling out the middle. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. 6 to shoot. Here's Davis. Davis getting it done in the paint.
There's so many ways Davis can beat you on the interior. Defenders always on their heels when he's attacking.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Thank you, guys. Anthony Davis prefers playing power forward. He said, quote, "If I have to play the 5, then it's totally fine. At the end of the day, I trust coach's decision." I'm pretty sure he heard AD wants to play the 4, but I want to win. So if that's me playing the 5, that's what it's going to be. Back to you.
He can do both. Okay, Allie, thanks a lot.
Really doesn't matter what position LeBron is playing, the point, the 4, or the 5. James changes games with his passing ability.
And they doubled up Doncic. And here's SGA outside. Rebounded by the Lakers. Grant, they could attempt a 2 for 1 here.
They could. The key here is a good look.
Suggs with the bucket.
Hey, you can see that former football player mentality and history on display with Suggs. He is fearless.
SGA finds Şengün. Brown looking around. Pass to Doncic. 4-3. Rebound collected by Anthony Davis.
If they take their time, this will be the final possession of the quarter.
Yeah, they've got to hold for the last shot here.
James against Doncic. And here's Brown. And here's Cunningham outside. It's still anybody's game as we reach the end of 3. It's the Celtics leading. 3 tense quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the 4th. On the court right now for the Celtics. Alperen Şengün out there with Jaylen Brown. Then it's Luka Doncic. Then it's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Cunningham in at the small forward position. Yes, sir! Count it!
A tricky cover. Gilgeous-Alexander is a talented finisher inside.
Cunningham against James. Duren the screen to tie it up. Brown pulls down the board. Celtics lead by 3. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's the pass to Brown. This is the 3! And the Lakers shooting only 38% from the floor. Not great. Doncic against Sharp. Left side SGA. Outside Cunningham. Duren with a steal. Gilgeous-Alexander against Suggs.
Really good aggressive take from Suggs, giving the defense no choice but to foul him there.
So the first one drops, and that brings him within 2 here. Suggs hits them both.
In tense situations at the line, they can count on him to keep his cool.
Doncic against Sharp. Gilgeous-Alexander. Taking it inside. SGA.
Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game.
Yes.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what J.J. Redick was going over with his team. He told the team he has complete faith in them, saying, "We're right there. Now we just got to make that push and really take hold of the game. We can do that." To me, it looked like his players are on the same page with him. Guys, back to you.
All right, appreciate it, Allie.
Yeah, fearless play by Sharp in clutch time. He wants us to know he's ready to shine in these challenging moments.
SGA with it. Clock at 6. Doncic outside. Can't get the three. And we've got a timeout called by J.J. Redick. And a great call on his part. This is the time you want to be in sync right here. Davis. Can't hit it. Time expires. We're going to overtime. We've got more in store. Boy, these teams have battled tooth and nail for 4 quarters. Now we're headed to overtime. This one should be fun. A lot of firepower at the forward with LeBron at the 3 and Davis at the 4. Jalen Suggs out there with Shaedon Sharpe. And it's Duren in at the center position. Here's Doncic. Cunningham fires. And the 3 misses. Now Duren.
He is ferocious on alley-oops. With his good hands and wingspan, Duren makes for an easy target on the line.
And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. Critical moment here. He's not taking any chances. What do you think Coach will be drawing up here?
And there's enough time on the clock to go for a 2-for-1.
Duren with a steal. 6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock.
And these are exactly the moments where you find out if a player's tough enough for the NBA. And Sharpe showing no fear in a clutch situation.
And Boston calls time here. 23 seconds left in OT. From a coaching perspective, what are the keys to focus on here?
And they're going to have to work fast coming out of the timeout.
They're going to draw up a play here, I think, to get a shot right off of the inbounds pass to not waste too much time at all.
Yeah, just trying to keep this game alive. Not a bad foul right there.
Sure, it's not over. The clock is as much a problem for them as the score is right now, so they've got to try to manage it.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Second personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for Los Angeles, Jalen Suggs taking 2 shots.
He gets the first, and that puts him up 5. And so he drops them both, and it's a 6-point ball game.
He doesn't waste a chance to pad their lead. It's been some solid free throw shooting.
Suggs pulls it down, and that's an intentional foul.
First personal foul. Third team foul.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss.
LeBron James.
And he's able to hit the second one, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
This OT has been somewhat lackluster, mainly because both teams are clearly exhausted.
Booyah! He sinks the triple. So it's a narrow victory for the Lakers, pulling it out for the W. It was touch and go there for a while, but in overtime, they caught a second. All right, Allie, thanks. Great stuff there.